All right, this is what we got going on today. Kids are pretending to be a horse.
We're going over the grand show. Okay, tell me to walk.
Yeah, kids are pretending to be a horse and mom has to race with this insanity.
Okay, here's how you want to see the jump.
Okay, go.
Okay, 3.
Show us the jump.
Okay. And then to jump, just, I don't know, just tell me to jump. Jump.
How do you like the setup?
It's a little different than that
We did another video how to do
the budget.
how to do a Zwift setup on a budget. And like, because I had the kicker and the TV, they're like, this ain't a budget. What do you think about this? This MacBook Air is 10 years old and it's on a vase. All right, let's get going here. Let's get going. All right, bye guys. Today's video is a follow-up to my last video. My last video, I showed you year after year how I increased my FTP. I showed you my power curve, but I didn't talk about workouts. Today's video is all about workouts. I'm gonna show you the main workouts that I've done over the last 5 years to get my FTP up to 400 watts. I'm also gonna show you today's workout. Let's go. Back here on Van Fleet Rail Trail in sunny Central Florida. I got a 3-hour workout today and it goes like this. 45 minutes at 220 watts, then 2 times 15 minutes at 300 watts, and they're broken down by cadence. First 3 minutes at 50 RPM, 2 minutes at 100 RPM, and then back and forth until we get to 15 minutes. Then it's 2 times 10 minutes at 100 RPM at 300 watts. 10 minutes rest between all of those, and then it's 45 minutes home at 220 watts. Let's get this done. I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna get on the computer, I'm gonna pull up the workouts that I think helped me the most to get my FTP up to 400 watts. Let's do this. Can't wait to get this workout done. We're at the end of January here, and the weather is just so good. It's like 23 or 24 degrees Celsius, and I'm in shorts and a jersey. It's just so good. Weather plays such a vital role in cycling happiness. Like when the sun's out and it's nice, it makes the riding so good. When it's freezing and dark and wet, it's terrible. So I'm feeling really thankful right now because this is absolutely awesome. First interval done. Let's get the rest of these done. What's really cool about this is you get to see all the workouts that I've done, and then up into my peak fitness of last year, 400 watt FTP, and then you get to follow along now to see that if I'm able to hit that and get it back. Because I'll be honest with you, part of me is worried. Like when I look at this stuff and I'm training now, I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to get this fitness back. Because like I think back about like how hard I trained, and you're gonna see these workouts like how crazy they were. So what's really cool is you guys get to follow along to see if I'm actually gonna be able to do this. We're also going to Tucson February 15th in a couple weeks, and I'm really gonna start amping up my training there. They got the shootout, Mount Lemmon, and it'll be a really good place for me to test myself. So if you guys are interested in following along, seeing if I'm gonna be able to meet my goals, I am nervous about that, like I keep saying, and you're interested in this stuff, please consider subscribing. Would love to have you come along for the ride. Back in 2015 is where my cycling career really started, and I found a coach by looking at the local TT records. And there was this guy, he held the records for all the TTs. He was also a coach. I hired him and we started working together. And basically these were the workouts that I did for the first 2 to 3 years. And it was structured like this. Monday, off. Tuesday, shorter intervals, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, maybe up to 5 minute. Wednesday was alternating rest, tempo. Thursday was always a 20-minute TT, or a less intense 2 times 20 minutes. Friday was off, and then Saturday, Sunday, volume group ride. And that's all that I did for 2 years, almost 3 years. I got a lot of fitness pretty quick. Around this time, my FTP started at 320 watts, but I was a big boy, pushing 200 pounds. And during this training, my FTP went up to about 360 watts and my weight came down to about 180, 185 pounds. The problem with this type of training that I found is that it was very hard to control when I was peaking and when I was having the best fitness. One of the years I had the best fitness in November. just wasn't working for me. I decided to switch coaches. I started to see some more improvements because this coach used periodization. If you don't know what periodization is, I'll use an Olympic athlete as an example. Let's say the Olympics are in August. You would take September off, and then you would do base, build up over the next couple months. Then you would slowly work towards July, and the whole year would be based around August. And the workouts would get sharper and more intense as you got closer to your event. And so what I would do is I would try and peak for April, and then hold, take some time off, peak again for summer, take some time off, hold, take a lot of time off in the fall, winter, and then restart the cycle. I'll show you some of the workouts that I was doing back in 2017, and these were basic workouts. All right, here's a good example of the type of workouts that I was doing with this coach. And we can see here, 10-minute warm-up at 153 watts. We would ramp in 5 steps, 2 minutes at 180, 2 minutes at 215, 2 minutes at 250, 2 minutes at 275, 2 minutes at 305, 5-minute recovery, and then we would have these over-under type of intervals, and they would involve some type of cadence, a lower cadence or a higher cadence. And you can see here 3 minutes at 300 watts at 50 RPM, 2 minutes easy at 150, 5-minute recovery, and then repeat it 3 times, which is 275, 6 minutes at 275, low RPM, 2 minutes at 150, repeat 3 times, get 5-minute break, and do that kind of stuff. And these are basic type of workouts that I was doing. In the middle of 2018, I switched to a new coach, and this guy really knew what he was doing, and he gave me these crazy workouts. And at that time as well, I decided to really devote myself to cycling. Opportunity to take a step back from my business. I bought this big house for millions of dollars, and it doubled in price. I sold it, and I bought this modest home up north, a bungalow, cash. And I just didn't want to live this big, rich lifestyle anymore. I realized that's not who I am. I wanted to ride my bike and spend time with my family. And it was the best decision I ever made. And that's the time where I decided to put a lot more time into cycling, around mid-2018. And like I said, hired a new coach. And this is the coach that I'm with now. He actually just got signed to Astana, which is incredible. His name's Ben Perry. It's absolutely amazing. He was much more interested in saying, what events you have coming up? What race do you have coming up? And really tailoring the training for those races. So this is one of the workouts that I found really interesting. Warm up for 30 minutes, 200 watts, 6 times 5 minutes at 380 watts with 7-minute rest. 20-minute break at 150, 200 watts, then 20 minutes, see he calls it gusto, 20 minutes at 300 watts, and then 15-minute break, and then ride home for an hour at 200 watts. So here's another interesting workout. 3 times 30 minutes at 340 watts. That's a big day. And so he would throw these huge workouts in there that just really tax the system. I'm gonna show you 2 more workouts that I love from that year. And these are coincidentally the 2 workouts that I did the most. The first one is a strength workout, and it's 7 times 5 minutes at 300 watts and low cadence, 50 RPM, with 10 minutes rest between, 30-minute warm up, 30-minute cool down. I was doing these a lot, and I really think that they helped my form. And this is the last workout from 2019 that I think really helped me, and you can see it's pretty crazy. 20-minute warm up and 9 times 12 minutes at 290 watts, and then 8 minutes, 210 watts. So that 8 minutes is not off. 210 watts is not off. So 12 minutes, you're basically doing 9 times 20 minutes. Go out and do 9 times 12 minutes at 290, and then go straight into 8 minutes at 210, and then restart that 290 for 12 minutes, and over 3 hours you're not getting a break. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, and this is the kind of stuff where you got a long 4 or 5 hour road race where this is gonna pay off. And I really saw that fitness increase in 2019. And then we moved to 2020, and this is where I saw another huge jump. And I'm gonna show you some of my favorite workouts from 2020. Hands down, the workout that I think helped me the most in 2020 was the workout my coach gave me called FTP Builder. So what it is 4 times 20 minutes, and the way each 20 minute is broken out is like this. 4 minutes at 90% of your FTP, 1 minute at 110% of your FTP, and then 4 of those gives you 20 minutes. Then you take a 15-minute break and you do 3 more. This workout, I remember being in Tucson and he gave me this workout, and like this was once a week I was doing this workout. I remember you going up Mount Lemmon, and for those of you who don't know Mount Lemmon, you go straight up and then you crank a U-turn like a hairpin and you start to come back out, and Tucson's pancake flat, and then you have Mount Lemmon. And I remember making this turn and then looking out over Tucson and literally just wanting to quit cycling, sell my bike. I did the first half of the first interval and looking out over Tucson and thinking I'm done. I just don't want to do this. And what happened to me is this workout I felt was helping me the most, because of just how hard it was and the way it's structured. You're sitting at 360, you're jumping up to 410, you're coming back down to 360, and those repeats, and it was just forcing the body to increase your power. And I felt like I wanted to master this workout and really just own it, because if I did, it was gonna increase my fitness. So that's what I did. I did this workout almost once a week for most of 2020, and I believe it really helped me get to that 400 watt FTP. As you can see here, alterations, this is another workout that I did regularly, weekly in 2020. 8 minutes at 340, straight into 2 minutes at 245, repeat 3 times, and then 3 of those with a 10-minute break in between. Again, this is like FTP Builder. You're sitting at that level, you're sitting at that threshold level, you're getting a little rest, but not a real rest, and then going back. I really think these workouts really helped me. One of the mistakes that I think I made is I really tied my identity to these workouts. And what I mean by that is like, I felt like if I didn't complete them or do them well, I was like letting myself down. I was just really hard on myself looking back, and I don't know if that was a good thing. I'm sure it was a bad thing for me emotionally, but it was a good thing for my fitness. And I think if I could go back, I wouldn't have been so hard on myself, and I would have just did the best I could that day. And I think that kind of turned it into more of a struggle, where I was so worried about whether I could do them or not. And I remember showing up every day like worried if I was going to be able to do the workouts. But this year I'm going to try and really stay away from that. All right, guys, those are the workouts that I think helped me the most. I would love it if you tried them out for yourself. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. If you need me to clarify anything, let me know in the comments. If I missed anything or you guys want to see anything else, let me know in the comments and I'll do another video. If you like the video, please consider liking it. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video, and I'll see you soon.